starting with the cost of opening a store. First item, rental cost. In the case of shops that have to pay rent each month, suppose the shop has a monthly rent of 30,000 baht, which must be paid regularly every 1 month. And our shop will be open for service 9 hours a day. Next, the depreciation portion. From the money invested in opening the shop and buying various equipment. For example, an investment of 700,000 baht. In this example, we assume that there is no salvage price. If it is specified that the return on investment is required in 3 years, note for accountants. In this case, we choose to use the desired return on investment period to evaluate the investment, not to summarize the financial statements that use the useful life. The shop is open every day, 9 hours a day. Try calculating the cost from the time it was opened. You can see that if you calculate the total cost, every minute costs about 3 baht. In terms of energy costs, such as gas or electricity, examples of gas types. Gas stove KB5 with an energy consumption rate of 50000 BTU per 1 burner. If it is an air conditioner, like air conditioner 36000 BTU, using approximately 3,600 watts of electricity, or light like a light bulb. A shop that sells drinks may also have a coffee machine. And what is indispensable for restaurants? Refrigerator. In terms of energy purchase prices, for example, 15 kilograms of gas costs 435 baht, and the electricity cost is 5 baht per unit. By specifying that all items use the same price rate, let's calculate the cost per minute. The KB5 gas stove will have an energy cost of approximately 0.5203 baht per minute. Air conditioners 0.3 baht. Light bulbs cost 0.001 baht, and coffee makers cost 0.1417 baht. And refrigerators 0.0262. This is the cost rate when the power is activated per minute. Asterisk, the rate when the power is used at 100%, which is not actually fully loaded. Position and employee salary section, such as the position of store manager, who are permanent employees. The salary rate is 18,000 baht. On a monthly basis, working 26 days per month, 9 hours a day. Kitchen staff full-time, salary 15,000 baht, working hours are the same. Cashier, salary 13,000 baht, working hours are the same. Waiter, waitress, daily wage 400 baht per day. Calculate labor costs by time. The store manager is paid 1.28 baht per minute or 76.92 baht per hour based on actual working time. Cook 64.10 baht per hour or 1.06 baht per minute, and cashier 55.55 baht or 0.92 baht per minute. For daily servers, 44.44 baht per hour and 0.74 baht per minute. Start feasibility study. find daily sales targets, where sales cover each expense. When talking about restaurants that have a variety of products and have different costs and profits for each menu, there may be both low-profit menus to attract customers or profit-making menus. Calculating based on the actual menu sold will help you get the picture and make a clearer assessment compared to calculating from the average cost percentage. For example, if a shop sells pad Thai, Thai tea drinks, stir-fried chicken with holy basil, which has different costs for each menu. And there are other expenses. For example, if you need to use 1/4 of a pack of dishwashing liquid each day, there is a 100 baht fuel fee for the trip. Or spend 200 baht per day on advertising. Asterisk advertising costs may be necessary in the beginning to create awareness and attract new customers. But sustainable restaurants tend to have regular customers and rely on word of mouth more than relying on online advertising all the time. If you stop running ads and customers disappear, it may reflect that the restaurant does not have a clear position or is not yet remembered in the minds of customers, which is a signal that should be analysed for the brand and the experience the restaurant provides. It's a fixed cost like this every day. This means that the expenses will be 309.16 baht. Asterisk, each store will have different expenses. Now let's move on to energy cost assessment. If using a 36000 BTU air conditioner, if you turn on 2 air conditioners, it's been 9 hours. 8 light bulbs, 1 coffee maker, chiller refrigerator. The electricity cost will be 418.95 baht, asterisk. In reality, it may be lower because the maximum power is not used all the time. Let's take a look at the staff section. If there is 1 manager, 3 cooks, 1 cashier, 2 waiters. Therefore, for each day with 7 employees, the labour cost will be 3,723.08 baht. Now to the rental and depreciation section, the important part that once invested, it is difficult to get it back. Rent must be paid and cannot stop the expenses until the business is closed or moved. Which, if we calculate from the 9 hours that can be used to generate income each day, it is 985.55 baht. And investment in decoration and purchase of equipment. From the required payback period of 3 years, the cost is 638.83 baht per day. Just doing the shop alone costs 6,075.57 baht every day. The business may have other expenses such as accounting/tax/legal expenses, employee training costs, social security or additional benefits, systems or technology such as POS, internet, cleaning and consumable costs, maintenance costs, etc. If the store has a physical storefront, in cases where there is no VAT, no service charge or sales commission, and there's no need to pay platform service fees such as GP delivery sales or rental fees divided by sales, including no additional charges to the buyer. Start analysing the number of sales required to break even. when selling at a storefront. In total, 1 day. How much sales are required? Even if it covers expenses. In this example, a formula will be used to calculate the selling price based on the quantity to be assessed. For example, it is expected that pad thai will sell to 60 customers. Thai tea 30, and 50 servings of stir-fried basil. Total cost of raw materials, packaging and gas for making the food menu is 2,970.96 baht. The total sales amount is 8,000 baht. But with this amount of sales, there is still a loss of 1,046 baht. If basil can be sold more than 50 times, it's 70. Sales increased to 9,100, but still not reaching the break-even point. In cases where it is assessed that the number of employees can be reduced from 2 waiters, only 1 person left. Maybe the cashier can help serve as a secondary job and the manager can help. And don't forget to take into account the days when the employees take turns off. The shop should inform the duties and scope of work from the time of recruitment. It will reduce costs by 400 baht. Warning: planning the number of employees should take into account the impact on readiness to work and customer service as an important factor. If the service is not impressive, you may lose opportunities in the future. Set a policy to turn off air conditioners 30 to 60 minutes before closing time. Recommendation: start closing some parts after the last order time, but be careful not to affect customers who are using the service or the safety of employees. Note: edit the period. Because the refrigerator must be used all day long, which will reach the break-even point and make a profit of 49 baht. If you can upsell, for example, recommending a fried egg plus 10 baht every time a customer orders a stir-fried basil dish. If you add 40 more from the 70 basil ones, there will be an additional profit of 136 baht. When it is assessed that it is possible to sell a higher quantity than previously planned and a higher sales target is desired, for example, pad thai costs 60 to 80 baht, Thai tea 30 to 50, basil 70 to 100 servings. The sales will be 13,350 baht and have a profit of 2605 baht. But if stock management is not good, it will result in waste or higher raw material costs. Assume 10%. The profits received will decrease. Importantly, when there are sales of 13,350 baht per day continuously, will meet the criteria set by the government. Must register for 7% VAT and submit the amount. Amount to be remitted. In the case of including VAT in the selling price to maintain the original store price, it also reduces profits. Asterisk. The sales tax that must be remitted can be deducted from the purchase tax amount before remitting. The profit will be 1223 baht, which includes the income for the shop owner that has not been calculated.